This is setting us back 4 years. We can't land on the moon. We aren't touching down for 5 years.
Do you understand what this means? NASA can't do it. They can't land man and come back. Kubrick is getting NASA to make sure that his space movie looks like real space. We can make a film that shows us going to the moon without actually doing it.
You guys shot a movie called Operation Avalanche?
Yes, we did.
And it takes place in the past.
Yes.
Establishing that look for you guys, I mean, I know there's like a lot of insane like visual effects trickery, but there's also the 16mm ingredient. Like, how did you approach it?
We shot it on red, but we designed our red kind of to feel like an old Eclair NPR, which they shot a lot of news and documentary on back then. And our lenses were actually, well, they're from an old news camera, an old CP news camera, but they were the same lenses that they would have put on those Eclairs.
Hi. Whoa!
I don't think any of us realized how brutal making a period piece would be. And by that I mean you couldn't just have an idea for a scene and go shoot it. You had to really bring a lot of things together to then go out and just spontaneously have an improvised scene that you just talked about that morning.
We're in Andy's camera. The car stops at the intersection. Yeah! Then he's got his gun right on. Zapruder flies out of that alley and gets in the car.
Completely gets into the car
With the Super 8.
goes down, fires 3
Josh
times.
fires. Bang, bang, bang. Josh
Just wait.
shoots. Yeah.
Just wait.
Car. It's gone. You're coming up here fast now. It's 2 of them.
How fast am I going? How fast am I going?
Head on to the metal.
100?
Yeah.
But Josh is steady. He stops.
Josh is like, no.
He stops you.
He's gone.
He stops you, and you get out. He goes, he's gone.
You get back in the car and you're like, fuck you. I'm going after him.
Now it's on me. I turn this left. The car's in front of me. I turn again. Crash right away.
So like that car chase scene, for instance, you know, it was written to like Matt's driving down city streets and bumping into cars, and you know, we soon realized like that was far beyond our means. We weren't going to be able to do that. So it was like, oh, where can we do it? And it was like, oh, we could do it in like Dundas, Ontario, in some conservation area in the middle of a field. Well, why would Matt ever be in a field? Oh, well, maybe he's hiding something. What's he hiding? And then this idea of like, oh, he's hiding the film that we see him making.
Wow, you had a little stumble?
And then
Oh,
right
there,
right on you. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
Then it became a plot point that really helped us, and it was totally out of necessity of making a period movie on limited resources.
Oh, fuck. The only thing that we haven't done is Owen giving me a gun.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a scene that has to happen in one of the scenes.
The second basement scene, he should give you a gun.
You should go into like a little lockbox.
We just don't do anything the right way. Like nothing. We do hour and a half long takes that will go between 18 scenes. And the only way you'll know that is because every single person working on it, Jared, Andy, me, Owen, Jay, Miller, know the whole movie in our heads.
So you haven't written this scene yet?
No. Moving on.
And the movie changes every day because we all talk about it. But we're not writing down how it's changing. And if we are, it's in the most clipped, like these little
Short
missives,
form, yeah.
you know, like a little email between 7 people where it's like, instead of this, now this is happening. And then all of a sudden, we're all calibrated.
Where are you
so good.
It's a bit maddening, but it's like, it's fun because even throughout the process, there's always like something that you're doing that's good, that keeps your hopes up, but often that'll be completely gone.
Action. Kubrick documentary.
But like archival footage,
1 second.
with that, it was like kind of a process where we knew what we had, what would work from archival footage, and then we did everything we could to make that into the movie.
Today on Operation Avalanche, we're doing some VFX work with VFX artist Tristan Zarafa.
We're just recreating the camera move that was dictated by the archival footage, and eventually we'll have this camera reenacted in a real world physical space, and then eventually when they're overlaid,
Action.
it should look like Matt's walking through the archival footage.
The Apollo program is incredible. It's like, that's, you know,
that was the most fun thing about
Yeah.
making the movie, was getting to just dig into the history of the Apollo program.
These are very expensive rentals.
Ultimately, I hope that NASA sees it the way we do, which is that this is a bit of a love letter to the Apollo program as much as it's a setup.
It's a bit of a hoodwink, but it's not one that's damaging to anyone, or I mean, you guys are obviously all like infatuated with the story.
Don't rotate your head so much.
So now that you've gone through the process of faking the moon landing, do you think it could have been done?
No,
Never.
in fact, I had zero faith that the moon landing was faked before we started, and I have even less.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried we tried desperately to fake the moon landing. It's not possible. So.
Well, thank you for finally clearing that up.
Yes, I know you were a
Society
believer
in the world.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, but I understand.
But you know what? That disappointment is an important reason why we made Avalanche, and that's because the story of faking it is 10 times better than the story of hardworking scientists doing their job year after year and finally achieving what they said exactly they would do.
This looks ridiculous. There's wood on the moon. Perfect. Okay, stop, jump.